you guys. Welcome back. I know it's been a few days. I know it's been a little bit since I did a video. And I'm sorry, but life... Not that life ain't been crazy. It's just... I don't know. Just couldn't get a chance to videotape, I guess. I can tell you what's happened over the last couple days. Well, y'all know I had a little back tail light bumper problem, right? I haven't showed y'all pictures yet, but you guys will have plenty of time to see them. Let's see what's happened over the last couple days. I think Sunday I went to church with my friend Suzanne. Okay, and then we went out to lunch at Dairy Queen. And then after that, I went to my friend Bevels and Wes's and spent the afternoon with Bevels, and then ended up staying for dinner. And ever since that, Nathan had been to the emergency room. Nothing major other than the fact that he punched a box, and we thought he broke his knuckle on his right hand. He did not. He just has a soft tissue injury, which he will live through. Let's see. Wendell is still kind of under the weather. I'm telling you guys, don't get that COVID shot. He got the COVID shot just before I kind of met him. And he's been kind of sick ever since then. So, don't do it. I'm not going to do it. No. I'm not going to do it. I've been working on some 10 punch projects. I want to get them up and sold and I want to get them up and put into my vendor's market and sell them. So, I've been working on those. And yesterday I thought it'd be a good idea for me to kick. I use an old antique cast iron, kind of like you iron your clothes with. They used to put them over a hot stove, get them hot, and then iron clothes. I decided yesterday when I was talking to my daughter on the phone, it would be a real good idea. I use it as a doorstop, okay? I use it between the art room and the bedroom as a doorstop. And the other day, I got out a pair of shoes, and I didn't push it back against the door when I was done. So yesterday when I was talking to my daughter on the phone, I thought it would be a good idea to kick it when I walk by it. I'm joking, guys. So my left toe on my pinky toe on my left foot is sore today. I'm hoping I just jammed it good. But it's sore. But other than that, there's nothing exciting happening, right, girls? I've been working on the Punch 10 projects. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. I've been working on that to get those up and to sell. I'm hoping they will sell because the first week I had my stuff in the market, nothing sold. So I'm not, it's just, I know it's going to take time. I think it's a market that is seen more on the weekends than during the week. It's open during the week, but I think the visitors come in more on the weekends. And so if I can get the right product in there, everything else can stay and I can just, pay my rent off one product. I think the Punch 10 cookie sheets and pizza pans and pie pans will sell. When I did them in Florida 3 years ago at the county fair, I demonstrated Punch 10 or 10 punching at the county fair in Florida 3 years ago. I dressed up as a pioneer woman. It was back when I was doing something for a nature center, kind of before this channel started. And every time I punched one and got it done, somebody was over like, can I buy it? Can I buy it? So I think they will sell. I hope they will. I hope they will. I did a design I don't necessarily want in my kitchen. And it's not a bad design. It's a design of a chicken laying on a banner that says eggs. I mean, it shouldn't, but It's not something I necessarily want in my kitchen. It's not bad, whatever, but it's just something I don't decorate with. I don't have anything in my kitchen now that says chicken and eggs. So my problem's been I like to download images from the computer and just give me a rough outline before I go into detail them. And I'm not computer savvy, so I'm having trouble understanding how to do it. So I'm figuring it out, though. I don't have my daughter up here to help me figure it out. So but I thought I'd eat breakfast. Oh, and I dehydrated some beans a couple days back. I got some more to do. But I want to make sure I'm going to be home to do it. So maybe today would be a good day. I'll call Wendell here in a little bit and see how he's feeling. I'd be glad when we can hang out together. He's just been so sick that he didn't want me to catch anything, and I understand that. Because at first he wasn't sure if he had COVID, and he don't. He found out he has the flu. It started out with he had a sinus infection, then he caught the flu on top of the sinus infection. So the poor man's been down and out for almost 2 weeks. He's been to the doctor and everything, so it's not like he ain't been to the doctor. I'm having a couple fried eggs and some ham for breakfast. Oh, and I did something, I don't know if I ever told you guys I wanted to try it. But I've been wanting to try black beans and grits. I love grits, okay? In fact, when there's a grit controversy on how you're supposed to properly eat your grits, I usually pipe in. Because in my world, you're supposed to eat grits with butter, salt, and pepper on them. You can add egg, you can add cheese, you can add bacon, you can add sausage to them, you can add ham. But the baseline in my world is butter, salt, and pepper, okay? I know there's these weird people out there. If you're one of them, you're weird. Just you are. Who put milk and sugar on them. I have a few friends who are weird that way. And I only say that because for those of you who don't know it, and I know I've mentioned it in here, my dad was a great man. Oh, was he a great man. Oh, was he a wonderful man. In fact, somebody's been posting on Facebook lately, if you could go to heaven and find one person, who would you go find? I'd go find my daddy. But he was a Baptist preacher. And he used to kid around and joke. It wasn't anything blasphemous. It was just my dad's sense of humor. Believe me, he was not blasphemous at all. But he used to say when it came to grits and cornbread, you didn't put sugar in them. So in other words, good Southern cornbread was sugar-free. Where I come from, they call them Johnny cakes when they put sugar in them. Hear the word cake? So he used to say, cornbread, you didn't put sugar in it, and grits, you didn't put sugar on grits. If you wanted to eat something with sugar on it, you had oatmeal, cream, or wheat. So he used to joke around and say, in the book of Bill, referring that there was a book of Bill in the Bible, anytime there was a food thing, and he would tease my mom, he would say, now in the book of Bill it says. So for the longest time I was like, the book of Bill, the book of Bill. But where was I going with this? I don't put sugar on. I don't like sweet cornbread a whole lot. Once in a while I don't mind it. If I'm having like chili or something, but I really don't like it as much. In fact, I've been known to ask at a restaurant, is your cornbread sweet or not? Because I prefer non-sweet cornbread. And I'm not going to say I won't ever eat it, because I will eat it at some point. Like I said, once in a blue moon, I'll make chili, and I'll want to make some Jiffy cornmeal muffins to go with them. I don't know why I do it, but it's once in a blue moon. I enjoy Jiffy muffins with my cornbread. I think it's that savory and sweet thing. So, but the only cornbread I usually eat out is Cracker Barrel, because theirs is not sweet. But it's a thing from my part of the world, from the South, from Florida. My grandmother was from Georgia, and that's how she cooked her cornbread, no sugar in it. So maybe it's a South Georgia thing. I don't know. Because my dad's people were from Georgia. Well, that was a good breakfast. Girls, you want a piece of bacon? I mean, a piece of ham? Come here, baby. Come here, Prissy. Here, Prissy. Here, Gracie, here's your piece of ham. They have enjoyed that. I made a ham the other day because I had bought some stuff to take to my friend Bevel's sister Linda's house while her husband was in hospice passing. And I had this ham I needed to cook, so I've been eating off of this ham for a couple of days. I'm about done with this ham. So at some point today, and I already sliced it, a hunk of it off and put it in the freezer for another day to cook another time. I gave the girls the bones. Saved some fat on it for some beans down the road, some peas. But I have I don't have anything else for you. I have just enough ham left over that I could eat it one more time. Well, I have more than enough left over. I could eat it one more time. But I think what I'm going to do is sit down here and pull off all that fatty stuff that's on the pieces. You know, that I don't know, that I'm going to call it fatty stuff, but it's not fatty. It's more like I don't know what it is. It's kind of white. I don't want to call it ligament, but I don't know what it is, but the non-pink stuff, okay? I think I'm going to sit down here a little bit later and I'm going to cut all that off and chop up that meat in the pieces to go into a soup or something. And I think that's what I'm going to do with the rest of it. I think I can get 2 baggies out of it for the freezer. And that way when I find some field peas, yes, I said field peas. They're like black eyes, but they're green. And they don't have, when you cook them, they don't have that milky, chalky, soupy stuff, broth around that black eyes have. It's not as chalky, milky. I just got to find it. But my back's been bothering me on and off for the last couple of days. It's bothering me again this morning. I don't know if when I had the accident, when I bumped the tree, I don't know if I jarred something, but it's been bothering me just a little bit. It's bothering me again this morning. And then it could just be, as Wendell said, arthritis. I don't think it's a kidney infection because I'm not having any other complications in that area. And I drink cranberry juice. I'm out of it at the moment, I think. But I guess I need to get some cranberry juice when I go into town. Just to make sure. You need to be careful. You're going to butt Mama's sore toe. Yes, you are. I know. You want some lovin's. Gracie's such a lover. She really is. She wants some lovin's. And when I get busy working in that art room on a project, I think she feels neglected. But I'm going to stop the video here and come back in a minute, so to speak. And then I think I'll show you guys the tin punching I've done this week. And I think I'll take you outside. And I think I'll show you the boo-boo on the truck. Because I need to, I want to kind of clean out the truck a little bit. There's really not anything in it. It's just got a little bit of garbage in the floorboard. Got couple pieces of broken tail light in the floorboard of the front seat on the passenger side. Couple pieces of, and I think there's 2 papers from a straw and a napkin that I need to take a bag out there. I thought I had a bag in the car. I try to keep a bag in the car for oh, I love it, Gracie. For garbage. I don't like a messy truck. And I feel like my truck's a little messy. I don't like a messy car, period. I just don't. I mean, I'm not one of those people who keeps it spotless and has to vacuum out the floorboards and stuff. If you look at my floorboards, that looks like dry mud on the floorboards. Not thick, just like when you walk someplace and you get a little bit and it leaves like a footprint thing. And I can't do nothing about that because I pick that up here at my house and I pick it up at Bevel's house at her gate. So there's nothing I can do about that, and I'm not going to take my floor mats out and hose them down every time I go out in that truck. That's be insanity. That'd be me being a bit of a OCD, and I don't have OCD when it comes to that. But I do want to call here and check on Wendell and see how he's feeling this morning. Tomorrow, if it's possible, I want to go to the Junk Festival in Augusta, Kentucky. And I said yes, Augusta, Kentucky, not Augusta, Georgia. It's just about an hour away from here. They're having a junk festival from 10 to 5. And there's a repurposer there. So that's right up my alley with the recycling and upcycling stuff. So I'm curious about that. I kind of hate going by myself totally. But the two things that will keep me from going is if I decide I don't want to go by myself and I do need my water spigot fixed or something on the outside here. I gave Wes the money to get me a new water spigot thing, and we're thinking about moving the spigot, so that might mess me up going tomorrow. But if Wendell was feeling better, he was going to go with. I asked him if he wanted to go with me because I know that's right up his alley too, because he likes junk shops and Goodwills and flea markets and stuff. That's one of the things that we have very much in common, because if anybody really knows me, that is like my department store. That is like my place to go. If there was only one place where I could go before I died, it would probably be a junk shop. It'd probably be a flea market junk shop over a craft store. I'm serious, guys. I mean, I'm not. If I only had enough gas in my truck to go get my hair done, my nails done, go buy a new outfit. It's not something I needed, okay? It's not a necessity thing, but if out of pleasure, if somebody said, here's $500, where do you want to go spend it? It would be a flea market, It would be a flea market. It's a shame they don't give you gift cards to those places. That's where I would want to go, to a flea market or a Goodwill or something. I would have more fun in there than I would any place else. So Wendell just does not know how exciting it was for me when the first place he took me was a flea market. He has no clue. Whew. So, and he has said stuff like going to the flea market in Moorhead, and he's told me something about the mile-long flea market. He has no idea how excited I get about those. I've kept it calm because I didn't want to come off crazy, but he has no clue. Shoot. He works just right. I have to marry him at one of those. I'm joking because I don't know about that yet. I'm enjoying his company. And as I told my friend Suzanne, I like the man a lot. I really do. I've fallen for him. But this is the first time since I was 18 years old that I've been by myself. And I don't want to rush anything like getting married or anything like that. I don't even know if he ever wants to get married again. And I am on the fence post on that one. When I first decided to get a divorce from my ex-husband, I thought, well, someday I'll remarry, because that was what I always thought I wanted to do, was grow old with someone, okay? And I don't, now I'm like this. Get married, stay single, and just have someone in your life. I'm like this. I teeter. Now I teeter more towards possibly down the road getting married again, but okay, this is the married hand. I lean towards it, But I also realize that as I've gotten older, that um, I'm going to meet someone who's my age or a little bit older. I don't really want to date anyone below my age. I'm 53, and I think the youngest I could date, I think I don't even know about this. It's still uncomfortable, the thought, is about 45 years old. That would make them about, what, 6, 7, 8 years younger than I am. And I'm not even sure if I'm okay with that age difference. But I also know that as I get older, if they're older than me, there's health issues, and I'm not saying I'm not going to date someone that has health that doesn't. I'm not going to say I won't date someone with health issues, because Wendell has a couple. He has a pacemaker. He's got cholesterol. He's got arthritis. And I don't care about that. I mean, that's it's not going to make or break a relationship. I've got heart valve disease and PCOS, so and I've got arthritis. I found out since I've been up here, because I did not know it was in my records. They told me I had it. So, and I have hip problems. So I'm not saying but and I'm not saying if I just stayed in that nice relationship, I still would not care, because that man's been driving me nuts about that, because I have wanted to go over there and at least sit with him or make him soup or fix him a meal. I've offered even to help him when he wasn't feeling well and he wanted his bed sheets changed because he said he had a fever and he got hot and stuff. I've said, I'll come over and do your laundry if you need me to, because he was sick. I'll put it in the wash, no big deal. I'll take, I haven't been able to do anything to help him. And that's drove me a little bit nuts, because I found out through this. Okay. I took care of Mama for over 10 years of cancer. And I did that very well because my whole life I have been able to take care of people. And I've been able to be I'm the one who always held it together during things. There's been times throughout my life on certain situations, people like, I don't know how you're holding it together. So I've always been able to be like, I guess, the rock, be able to handle things and everything. So I guess I like being that person who can take care of the situation, take care of the person, be that foundation or whatever, I guess. And I'm not patting myself on the back. Please, I'm not. I just don't fall into pieces about things. I mean, I even held it together through the divorce. I did very well. So I'm strong, okay? I guess that's the word I'm looking for. I have a strong will. And I'm not saying strong will like I'm bullheaded and I'm butt-headed and I don't take anybody's advice, because you can give me all the advice you want and I'll listen to it and I'll take some of it and I won't take some of it, but that's just being normal. And I've needed people, It's harder for me to ask for help. And Bevels and West have been amazing people over the last year. But it's driven me nuts a little bit, not being able to help Wendell a little bit. I'm tired today. But I found that I do like to be someone who people can lean on, I guess. So I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah, that's driven me a little bit nuts. But but it's actually, since Wendell's been sick, has given me the opportunity to sit back and think, okay, I don't mind if I get married again, growing old with someone, and if it happens that I have to take care of them, that's not going to be an issue. Because my mom, before she got sick the last couple cancers, she had a boyfriend who asked her to marry him, Jack, and I told her several times, because she said she brought him up several times, and he would call all the time after she broke didn't break his heart, so to speak, but she turned him down. She had said, if I snap my fingers, Jack will be back and he would marry me tomorrow. And I always used to tell her, go ahead. If you want to marry him, if you love him that much and want to marry him, marry him. But she said she didn't know if she could give him the love that he deserved to marry him because of the fact that she would always be comparing him to my dad. And now, and I always used to think to myself when she would say stuff like that, or she didn't really love him enough to marry him. I used to think, well, you can't compare them to your deceased husband. And I never could understand exactly what she meant. I mean, I understood what she said, but I never could totally understand exactly what she meant until now. But the difference is, I don't want to do the comparison game with the next person and the ex. I don't want to do that because it's two different worlds. I think it would be harder to marry again. I think I understand what she was saying. If my ex had actually passed away, I think I would have a different view on marriage, and maybe anybody who came after would be held to a different standard. And I'm not saying, before y'all get this wrong, I am not saying my standards are low. I'm not saying that at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, when I do this get married and don't get married thing, I want to, all right, you spend a long time getting to know someone, okay? My ex and I, yes, we were engaged within 3 weeks of knowing each other, but we waited almost a year to get married, and we were younger, and we did grow. I was 19 when I got married. I turned 19 right after I got married. I turned 19 the next month. Okay, so I was 18 when I got married or whatever. I grew with him. We, 33 and a half years is a long time. Now, I grew with him and everything and had children and all this stuff. I am now at a stage of life where I wondered how I was going to do it. I don't need a man in my life. And that yet at the same time, you kind of do need someone in your life, okay? I know I'm sounding weird at the moment and I'm trying to get through this, trying to explain it. I think everybody needs some sort of companionship, whether it be a relationship with the opposite sex or a partner, or you, like I have an aunt that lives with her sister. They have a companionship in their home because they share their space together. They have someone in the home with them. So whether it's something like that, or the people who live with their, like somebody lives with their older parent or something, there's still companionship there. Some sort of companionship. Do I want that in my life down the road? I think that's what I want in my life, is some sort of companionship. And I know I know my religious views on stuff and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm gonna be blunt honest with you guys right now. I know what I've been taught my whole life, and I know what my religious belief has been throughout my life. But honestly, I don't know if I want to get married again, or if down the road I'm just going to live with someone. I don't know. And I know my kids are going to call me somewhat of a hypocrite if I choose the latter, to live with someone and not get married. And I know what a friend or two is going to say. But that'll be my choice, and it'll be my choice to, and I'm not saying Wendell, okay, guys? Please don't get this wrong. I don't know where this is going at. He's an awesome guy, and I love spending time with him. But we've only been involved for a little over a month, about a month, I believe, and yeah, it's a little over a month. So we're both older, and I know sometimes, and I know life is short. Okay, I know life is short, and I know that when you find someone and you're compatible and all this other stuff, some people say you should go ahead and take the steps and whatever, but at the same time, we're both set in our. We both had 50 some years. I mean, he's 59, I'm 53. We both had 50 some years of how we've lived our lives, and we don't know much about each other. I mean, everybody I've met, everybody who knows him says he's an awesome guy, and he seems like an awesome guy. Don't get me wrong. And if he could meet some of my friends, they would probably tell him I'm an awesome woman. I'm a great lady. That, he's fortunate to have met me. And everything. Because I have great friends who think I'm great. And it's not, my head's not big, please. My head's not big. I just try to be nice to people, and I try to treat people how I want to be treated. So I have good quality friends, the friends I have. This is weird. This conversation is going every which way, but that's okay. That's okay. So my thing is, I don't know what I want yet. And I don't know right now. I may know next week. I may know next month. I may know 6 months from now. I may know a year from now. I don't know at this particular moment until I decide what I want in life right this second. I know I'm very happy right now up here in Kentucky. I'm very happy with that. Nathan and we're not totally settled yet because there's some things that are driving me nuts. Like, I want this extra crap out of my house. I have too much crap in my house. Especially that room over there. It's driving me bonkers. So there's things I still need to finalize about my life up here. I'm thoroughly enjoying, as I said before, getting my artwork done. That I'm very happy right now doing that. And I cannot wait. I want to get this tin punch stuff put in the shop, in the vendor's market, and I want to get that done. That's been something I want to get in to make some money. And then I need to get back into doing some paper mache. I feel the need for it. I can't explain it, but it's a calming thing, and I feel calm right now. I don't feel stressed at all. But I don't know. My life is happy. My life is happy without a man in it right now. Okay. If Wendell and I decided to part as just really awesome friends tomorrow, next week, it would be okay. It would be okay. It would be sad for a minute because I am very fond of him, but it would be okay. It'd be totally okay. I'm glad I met him after my divorce. Only because of this, and I'm not going out window because of what the stupid ex-husband said. I'm not going out with him just to stroke my ego and have someone tell me I'm pretty, I look nice, and I'm beautiful. I'm not doing that for that. It is very nice that he says that to me, and he treats me like a lady. That is something I have to admit I have enjoyed, is being treated like a lady. And he does. He's old-fashioned kind of guy, and he treats me like a lady. So that has been very, very nice. But while I was married, there were different times in the period of my life that I was asked out by guys, by customers, or there's several situations during my marriage that men did approach me, but I always turned them down, and always went home and told the husband, hey, I still got it or something. Okay, I got to put you on hold for a minute. I got to take a phone call. All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so I was saying that there were times throughout my marriage that I did get approached by men and asked out. And I would always tell the ex, hey, your wife still has it, so and so. And I would always tell him every bit of it. So, again, I do not believe I'm on some rebound relationship. I just don't believe that. I just want to see where this goes. And I don't have to have this in my life to be happy right now. I think the reason why I fell into meeting Wendell and stuff was because I was already feeling happy, and I was already feeling good about myself, you know. So I didn't go through the divorce like most other women. I didn't sit around, woe poor's me kind of thing, and what am I going to do with myself and all this other stuff, okay? I picked up my pieces or put my boots on, and I went through, pull my pants up, pull my boots up, whatever you want to say, and I went through it and I dealt with it, and I did it. I did not go, woe poor's me, there's still life, and I still have to do whatever I have to do. And I still found myself, okay? I've always known who I was, so to speak, but I've always been an independent woman, I put it that way, and everything. But, I respected myself enough to get out of that other situation. But, oh, my toes sore. So Wendell's just, like I said before, he's just a sprinkles on top of my cupcake right now, with a cherry on top. So, I don't know where it's going to go. I just don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't think we're wasting each other's time. Because I think it's like any kind of friendship, relationship, anything. I think everything, and I don't want, if I thought I was just playing around wasting his time, I wouldn't do that to the man. But you don't know where something's going to go unless you give it a try. It's okay. I've heard women say, "Oh, I don't want to," when they've been through a long relationship and it felt, it ended in divorce after a long marriage or something. I've heard women say, "I don't want to meet no one else. I don't want to fall in love again. I don't want to get hurt." You don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know. You don't know. So I can't sit around waiting for something bad to happen, or wondering if something bad's going to happen, or avoid something because I think something bad's going to happen. If something bad happens, something bad happens. But I'm not going to be looking for it, and I'm not waiting for it bad to happen. I'm looking forward to the next time I get to spend the day with him and see where, just enjoy his company. That's what I'm looking forward to. I do enjoy his company. I enjoy talking to him. Like I said, I've tried to be extremely open book with him, and I'll ask all kinds of questions. I call it question time now, and I told him to ask me anything he wants to ask me. Because how else am I going to get to know him? So I haven't even asked him really if he'd ever get married again, because I don't want to go there yet. I don't want to go there. I don't want him to think that all I want to do is go out with him to marry him. I don't want him to think that, because I really don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't even want to think about marriage right now. I joked around with Bevels and said, especially since he's got me a couple tools, and y'all just don't know. People just don't know what that does. I'd rather have a tool over flowers. I've said that before. And I know I'm different to most women. He said that's one of the things that he noticed about me, that I was different. I'm different than anybody he's ever met before. I'm not like other women. And I'm not. And I don't say that like I'm intentionally trying to go out of my way not to be like other women, but I'm not. I'm just not. And if that's something that attracted him to me, that's great, because I am unique in my own way. And some of y'all might be thinking, no, you're kind of boring. Well, that's okay. I just don't know right now. I don't know nothing right now. And I've been rambling here for the last over nothing. I don't know how long. So this video is going to end here soon, because I've been rambling about nothing. I don't wake up in the morning and think I'm just going to ramble. I really don't. I swear I don't. But I just don't know where, I don't know what is in my future. I really don't. And all I can do is take each day, each moment, each hour, as they come my way, and try to enjoy every bit of it that I have. Because, you've all heard, or most of you already heard, you're not promised tomorrow, and you're not promised tomorrow. You go to bed at night and you thank your lucky stars when you wake up the next morning. Or you go to bed at night, you thank your lucky stars that you had another day on this earth. And that's kind of what we need to do. I mean, I know that a lot has happened over the last year in the world with this pandemic and stuff, and people have been scared and stuff and everything. But I'm not really scared about anything, because I know where my head is. I know where my beliefs are. I know what's in my heart. And I'm really not worried about tomorrow. I'll either have tomorrow or I won't. But I don't, I'm rambling again. I just don't know what life has in store for me. And I'm actually excited to see what the rest of my life is going to be, if that makes sense. I didn't come out of that marriage knowing exactly what was going to happen. And at first, I will admit, I was scared. A little bit scared, thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? I've never been alone by myself. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm on this, maybe that's one reason why I'm like, get married, don't get married, because I have not been on my own, my parents wanted me to not get married so young. They really wanted me to wait in several years and take time and find myself and everything. And as I changed after I first got married, my parents would tell my ex, well, you married a teenager. That's what they would say to him. Well, you married her so young, she had to grow up. When I did crazy things, like dye my hair different colors. I was in the hair business, guys, okay? I was a hairdresser for 28 years. So in the early years, in the 80s and 90s, I did the funky stuff to my hair. So when I did the colored hair, the mohawks, the weird haircuts, and the shaved, and the tails and the whatever, my dad used to tell my ex, well, you married her when she was a teenager. She had to go through that period. And yes, at that point in time, the ex was a good husband. He even if he didn't like it, he didn't yell and scream and fuss. He didn't like it. And that's one, okay, now that I've forgiven the ex for what he did, and I can look back on the marriage, I can see those moments where he was a good husband, I can see those moments where, the man never hit me. He only yelled at me one time, really yelled at me one time, and got really angry when that was when my hair accidentally got turned pink for the first time. And he didn't like it. And then after that, I did color hair all the time. But I have to say that much for him. He did move throughout the transition of me being 19 to me being what I am today. He did transition well through that. That I have to say he was a good husband on. And he did accept my craziness and my stuff I did and stuff like that. Now, I'm thankful he accepted it. Now, do I know there was alternative, why he let me do whatever I wanted to do kind of thing? I think there's alternative motive to that. But that's okay. I got through it all. And because I had my independence, so to speak, throughout the marriage, and he didn't try to change me, it made me who I am today. So I have to be thankful for that with him. Now, do I honestly think he cheated throughout the marriage? Yes, I do. I think he cheated throughout the marriage. But, because now I can look back. But we're not going there. We're not bringing that up. We're really not. We're not sliding back here. I don't have any hate or anger on him right now. Like I said, this has been rambling on and off. And that was very important to me to you know, between Bevel's talking to me, and she's very, very Bible knowledge. I mean, the woman knows her Bible. And she's I guess crazy attracts crazy, but good crazy attracts good crazy. She's very knowledgeable, and to actually listen to her, it's worth your time. Um, but between her and the preacher and stuff, and I've said this before, I felt the need to forgive him and release that. And I have to admit, I know it's not been that long, and some people would say, I don't know how you could do it so quickly, but it's really not that quick. I'm not someone who I do things quickly. Ask Bevels and Wes. I'm one of those people who grass does not grow underneath my feet. I determine what I want. I deal with it. I get it done, and that's it. I do it. I'm not a drama queen. Okay, I guess that's the thing. I don't live in drama. I don't hash up drama and stuff like that. And because of how much I've grown over the last several months, in my heart and spiritually or whatever, I'm actually thinking of forgiving my brother for the way he treated me, and actually texting him and telling him I forgive him. And I didn't think I'd ever get there. I didn't think I'd ever get there with my brother. In some ways, going through the divorce and forgiving the ex-husband for hurting me as bad as he hurt me, I realized that what my brother did to me was not as bad. And these tears are not for the ex, they're for the brother. Oh. And I tell you guys this because everything you go through in life changes you. And listening to Wendell talk about his relationships with his sisters, and watching Bevels and her relationship with her siblings, excuse me, watching her relationship with her siblings and what she's gone through, made me realize that I need to forgive mine. Now, I'll forgive mine. I don't know if I can reach out to the sister, and honestly, I don't want a relationship with the sister. I don't trust her, and the background on her is she's a thief. She's been to jail. She has stole major stealing. Why she's not in prison is because of my mom and a really good attorney. But my brother, I want to forgive him, and I need to let him know. But I also am afraid of opening a can of whoop ass on myself, a can of worms that I. In fact, my aunt has told me, don't, because you're going to open a can of hurt, and he's going to. I hope he doesn't, but if I apologize to him, I think it's going to stir up so much crap against me. So I've come up with a alternative way to contact him and tell him that I forgive him and that I still love him. Because I think I need that. I need to forgive him. And people have told me that over the years to forgive him. And I was like, how do you do it? How do you do it? And I come to the realization of not doing it, that I could live my life without doing it. But between watching, talking to Wendell and hearing how he gets along with his siblings, and I know I've had friends who get along with theirs fine all these years and everything, but my brother blames me for so much that my mom did and I did not do it, that he's angry, and I can't change that. All I can do is what I can do, and people have tried their best to have us get together and stuff, and it has not worked out. And like I said, I could be opening one more can of whoop ass on myself, and I'm just gonna have to accept that if it happens. But I don't know. Maybe he'll be. I'm gonna contact him, but I really don't. I really don't want the drama that he could do. And I'm not doing this to cause drama. Believe me, I'm not doing this to cause drama. I'm doing this because if I tell him I forgive him, that maybe it'll sink in with him. And I don't even want to bring up past. I just want to tell him that I love him and I forgive him for everything, and that I really want the best for him. And I'm going to keep it simple. I don't care. I don't care about the stuff he's done in the past. I don't care that he's cost me money in the past. I don't care about all that. And I don't care that he didn't follow through on things he promised my mom and stuff. I don't care about that anymore. I want to forgive him for all that. Hopefully he'll see that. But I think he's so unhappy and so angry. I think he's so unhappy in his marriage and so angry in his marriage because of the stuff he could not accomplish, like have children and stuff, that I think that if I forgive him, maybe down the road, he'll know that he can reach out to me down the road. So I've got an alternative plan to how I can contact him, where there'll be he can talk to my uncle. My uncle has my number, but where he can still reach out to me later and not have a direct contact with me, because I am concerned about how he's going to that he's going to be mean some more. But I can't control what he does. I can only control what I do. And I think there's a possibility he'll receive it okay, but if we're talking on 100% scale, I think we're down in the single digits. So we'll see. I think if we're going from 1 to 100%, they'll take it. I think we're way down here. So we're just gonna have to see. I've been thinking about it and praying about it, and I told Bevels what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contact him with one of Bevels or Wes's phones, and I told them, be prepared for him to lash out. Because he has no idea what's going to be going on in my life. I don't think he has. He has no idea that my daughter got married. He has no idea that I moved to Kentucky. I got a divorce. He doesn't know anything. And I'm not really contacting him just so I can tell him all that. I just want to tell him I forgive him for what he's done in the past. I am so thankful, though, when he was being so mean and verbally nasty. I'm so thankful that I did not retaliate and, reciprocate it back. I think that's the word. When he was hurtful and the nasty things that he said and did, I did not do it back. So I've always felt good about that. So I, because stop and think about it, everybody. You're grown, don't do that. If you have a confrontation with a loved one and you want any kind of relationship with them in the future, do not reciprocate the nastiness and the horrible things that said to you, so that you can walk away with a clear conscience if you have to walk away. And that's what I used to say. I had to walk away. And then later in life, there's a possibility to amend that. And that's what I'm kind of hoping. There's a possibility to amend our relationship. if not now, down the road. Now, do I like his wife? I'll be honest, no, I don't. She is a big part of what happened. And the sad part is I never did anything to her. I never did anything to her. Mama didn't either, but I never did anything to her. But I think she's just a selfish, immature person who wanted him all to herself. And she made up so many lies and stuff, claiming that we were horrible to her, and I never did a thing to her. Anybody who knows me knows that that's not my character, to do to her what she claimed I did to her. It's not in my character. I don't like confrontation. I don't like putting someone down. I'd rather just walk away from them rather than put them down, because words are hurtful and I don't want to hurt anybody. Even if I'm mad and angry, I don't want those remaining words to be in their head. So my plans this week are to go to Bevel's and Wes's within the next couple of days or something, and go ahead and get that done and dealt with. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll do it today or tomorrow. I gotta go to Moorhead, which is that way. Okay. If I'm looking, I think south, it's that way. It's that way. It's an hour or so away. I gotta go there and get a prescription. So maybe I'll swing by Bevel's and Wes's at some point in time, or if they come out here. But at some point in time in the next week, I'll take care of that situation and get that done with. Tired. Well, I guess I'm going to call this end on this video. Y'all ain't going to see what's happened to the truck yet. It'll have to be in the next video. And you ain't going to see the 10 punch. It's going to have to be in the next video. Because this video is long. Because I rambled about, I don't know what now. I rambled about a lot of stuff this morning while I was eating breakfast. Didn't even get up and put my plate away. Drank my whole cup of coffee. So it's been a very nice conversation with you guys. It's been emotional, but it's been nice. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to say like and subscribe. If you don't like my video, I'm sorry. And if I bored you to death or you think I'm crazy, that's okay, because I am. I'm perfectly innocent. No. I am not dangerous. I'm just crazy. So I will I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, enjoy the craziness of life, because you might laugh about what you tell your friends. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.